Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the College CoD League Alpha stream. My name is Seymour, and as always, beside me, the wonderful Cambert himself. We have a wonderful lineup for this match number 3 coming up. Butler University Esports against SIUE Red. Quite the series to be had, and it's all going to start off on Apocalypse Hardpoint.
Can't get enough of this Apocalypse Hardpoint. A smile on my face when I see that's map
love it.
1. Really just so fun to watch. Anything that's fresh and new, but it also plays so well. The first map we saw tonight came all the way down to the wire. Hopefully we can get another one of these here. And it's going to be the underdog here, BU, right? I mean, SIUE has that power ranking. We know what they're all about, but BU is 11 and 2 as well. They're not anything to scoff at by any means. Butler going to have to play a big game though. Going to have to start here on the hard point. And we talk about how Apocalypse is so fresh, so new. Which team has more experience on it to start? That's probably going to play a big role. I think if you're talking rosters, the player I'm looking at has to be Plasma. Anytime you have a 2+ kill death ratio, you're the one that jumps out to me. See what's going to happen here. I mean, it feels like for Butler, it could be huge to come out and win the first map.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Butler just fell off the power rankings as well. So SIUE holding on. But if they lose out to Butler, we might be seeing one team drop back out, one team climb right back in. And going into playoffs, I mean, such a big win this would be for Butler University as well. We're just around the corner. So, I mean, it's only a matter of time before we see those standings start to be shaken up from those teams at the bottom of the board for those power rankings. So definitely want to see Butler University pick it up, especially with this first map. It would be such a big win.
Absolutely. And I mean, one more week before we get to the regional qualifier, and then all of a sudden the playoffs are quickly upon us. And we look at the standings here in this division, this Mid-America division, both teams in the top 4 right now, they would have that free pass into the playoffs. So whichever team loses, you have to think, well, they're going to still hang on to their spot, but you don't want to lose right now because you're in that top 4. You're in that golden company. If you start to lose some games, you slide down, you might have to play in that qualifier, which everybody's trying to avoid. So there's a lot riding on this right now, and I think we've seen that in all these matches, just how much these guys are pulling out the stops when it gets down the stretch of the season. There's 25 grand on the line this year, Seymour. Like, there's a lot to be playing for. And you can see it so far with the competition level. Everything elevating. We get to Apocalypse Hardpoint where we're really getting ready to see a great match. I think it's just going to have to be Butler here playing from I guess, from behind. They're going to be the team as the underdog. We'll see what they've got as we jump into the first map soon.
Big money on the line indeed here. Apocalypse Hardpoint's going to be loading in. You do see these Aztec ruins ahead of us. This first point, as always, you know, we say it's contested, but as lately, I mean, with both of the times we've seen Apocalypse on this stream, hasn't been as contested as you would think.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're the team getting the less favorable spawn, so in this case, if you're Butler, if you're able to get 4 kills, sure, you might think, okay, let's hang out and let's soak up the time, but really that should be your opportunity to push through and try to flip the spawns, because this next hill, where Plasmid is right now, is going to be the important position to hold on to right now, though. His team picking up the kills. Ooh. Somebody trying to hit that long run on the right. Really big help from Buzz to slow that down. So they're going to hang on to the spawns. Butler's going to go down all 4. Really good start here for SIUE.
A flawless wipe for SIUE. D-Day watching that mid window. Takes that first kill. Finally, Butler on the point. Trades favoring themselves right now. Getting some time as well in this game. Buzz getting ripped off that heady. Vortex going to be the culprit of that shot. And even flooding on through. Ruins Mythic not ready for that QB. Zia breakthrough for Butler, and they're looking to uproot these spawns.
Trying to push through, some teammates there in support, and I really liked that move to send 3 players down that left lane. It looked like it might be able to create an opening. Instead, really good support from SIUE, but how about this? Pushing through the opposite side now. They're going through the right. Big kill coming up for D-Day. He's not going to be able to find it. Trades there for Plasmid, and you see just how much of a money hill this P2 can really be. It's so difficult to hit through. These long sight lines, you have to make these huge crosses, and you got Plasmid with the Krig holding things down. Okay, pick up the kill on the backside. This could be your opening.
What a bait and switch here. Now the follow through. D-Day watching that first line. 5-2. 6-2. Switches to the Demoni. Play around the corner. Absolutely rips him out of this game. And that is going to be a 3K to the side of SIUE. They clear out the back of their spawn. Now they just have to worry about this Ruins push. And almost flawless right now on P2. Mythic pushing out even farther. Now it's his chance to kind of rip these spawns away from Butler and get ready for P3.
It's going to be interesting to see with this map being out longer and longer if teams can figure out a way to break this hill, because so far I haven't seen it from anybody. It's such a money hill there on that second hard point. You see 60 points going straight to SIUE. Really, Butler banking on the fact that they had 28 on the first hill. Now they're going to be able to rotate over to P3. Can they keep things in check as these players try to push through mid? Buzz finding 1 kill, looking for the second. It's going to be Vortex to slow him down. Big kill there. So, okay, Butler able to get on this next point. Bulldog's going to find some time here. How long can they hold on?
Oh, Mythic here to start this push. Is he going to spot Plasma? He does. Big 2-piece from Mythic. Clearing the zone, looking for more, and he is just a one-man army at the moment. Finally taken down by Vortex, but the damage has been done. Plasmid, the second one up, gets checked right now by Vortex. And the rest of the team for BU setting up and knocking down the side of SIUE Red. Looking to get even more SK, just soaking up this time on stilts. Mythic finally clears him out, but we're only down by 20 points for this game.
It's so difficult to make a challenge here with an assault rifle. So close quarters underneath on this third hard point. How about Butler making their way back into this game? Another rotation going to come into play over here by the temple. And you can see how SIU Red are not only set up, but they're trying to force these spawns into a more favorable side for themselves. 2 kills are going to be huge for Butler here and an opportunity to try to push forward. They are actually in the favorable side, but can they clean up these kills? Mythic finding 1, pushing out. Really good IQ play to find the second and almost the third. Spawns, though, are favorable for Butler here. We'll see if they can push through.
Mythic really being that sound out player right now. 12-6. D-Day himself being positive. Now let's see if he can hold off with his team. Not going to take any of these gunfights to let his teammate do the dirty work. Mythic getting cleaned by Vortex. Diamante looking to clear out this bridge, but not able to look for any more. He's going to give it up and look for these spawns to lock it down for this rotation to P5. As Plasma did spawn out, he's getting a little bit worried.
That's going to be a huge kill. I really like that play out of Vortex, knowing to rotate back and clean that player off the spawn, because that was going to be detrimental for his team. Really just high IQ play. Now as the Butler Bulldogs are able to grab that scrap time, we'll make another rotation. This is a big fight going down up top. Mythic able to clear it out. One more player to think about pushing over into the trench. They're not going to spot each other just yet. You see the close spawns for SIUE Red. That's going to be huge. Butler has to make the long run.
Mythic didn't see him. Vortex cleans him up again. And now he's going to be locking down this team. Only 11 seconds away. Buzz drops on down right into Vortex. The teammate comes through, but the shot punch is solid. Watching through this trench. Players flooding through for SIUE. Vortex holding strong so far in a tie game. Butler Esports, they switch it up. And they take the lead as well. But the flood comes on through. A big wipe from SIUE. They're still in this hard point.
And that's really what it comes down to here on this point. Flooding in and using a couple teammates, a couple bodies to try to get some trades. That's exactly what SIUE do. They push on through. Now they're getting themselves back in the lead. I'd like to highlight, though, Vortex has made some very high IQ plays. The awareness so far has been huge. He's putting his team in better positions. Anytime you can control spawns and set your team up better, you're really doing more than what's showing up on the stat sheet. Right now, we've got ourselves a pretty close game as we get ready for our next set of rotations.
Oh, Plasmid, what a win there. Now it's his turn to kind of go into that half wall, cut off these rotations, uproot this point 1. Buzz on that pinch as well. Plasmid in such a key position. I didn't know if those were streaks. They sounded like explosions, but nonetheless, SIUE clear the hard point with a 40-point lead here, Cam. They're looking to soak up the rest of this. You do have the contention in. Buzz is going to look for it. QBZ, not good for the kill, but you do have your teammates there to follow in suit, and it is going to be just back and forth for this first hard point.
And this is what Butler needed, right? We talk about how big of a money hill P2 can be. I'm sure you want to grab some of this time, but make sure not to overextend. Make sure not to flip those spawns. And as everybody dies, it's going to be huge to see. They still get that favorable spawn, but it's going to have to be somebody getting there in time to slow down the push from D-Day. We make this rotation in favor of Butler right now, but can SIUE try to make a break here?
Well, D-Day's got to go big right now. Vortex cleans them up, so not able to get anything done. Now, Siren goes up to that half wall, checks the window. Mythic's there. Peekaboo game is going to favor SIUE right now. They're fighting from the front end, but look, they've spawned out Butler. So now they get in, they collect this time, and they got to worry about that player number 6, but generally they have to worry about the flank as well because there's more players coming in back, and Butler with the unchecked flank are going to wipe all 6 or wipe all 3 and hold on to the second hard point.
I was just getting ready to say, a huge mistake from Butler to let that one slip, but they're able to break on through the front. That's huge stuff. Now, still 40 seconds to grab. Got to keep your hold intact. There's one player trying to climb up here through the middle of the cutout. It's not going to happen right now for Mythic. He realizes he has to wait for his teammates to come off spawn. This is what Butler needed, a money hill in their favor. They should be able to retake the lead. Aaron starting to work on some streaks. He's on 5. Vortex pushing out of the front. He's already setting his team up for the next hill. Really, really big stuff out of the Bulldogs.
Another tie game here, Cam. Looking at this rotation. Plasma, big win for Butler. You got D-Day here cleaned up. And now Butler taking this lead on back. They're trying to work the spawns away from SIUE Red, but Plasma with this heavy aggression on that van is going to work with Buzz to clear it out. Plasma still in this back line, looking to stay strong, so he does, just being a nuisance back here. Once the damage that can be done, you do take those spawns out. Number 7 is going to spawn up with you, and you're working that pinch if you are Butler, and you're doing a good job at doing it. You're just losing a little bit of time before getting to this hill.
Again, Vortex trying to make a big flip for his team. He's really on top of these spawns and knowing where he wants his guys to be spawning up. Big trades happening for both squads right now on the hill. Plasmid with the Krig trying to make something happen, but it's Butler who continue to find time on these points. They are in. They have the team shots. Are they ready for these spawns to be from behind them? They are not right now. D-Day finds one. Second in Plasma will fall as well. Clean sweep for Red. They push onto the point now, and you see how the spawns flip one more time. They're ready for it.
Not really the gun you wanted to have if you were Plasmid, and Butler doing a good job at rotating, lining up for the Krig. Plasmid knocks him down, looking for some more real estate as he's checking these spawns, but everybody on Butler, they're going to spawn up in Temple, made the rotation all the way across the map. You do have streaks coming out to clear the zone. Now you got to work into it and work off of these streaks, doing a good job at taking out Plasmid. A good start to this retake. They're all the way in the back. You're looking at number 5. Yes, he can't worry about this flank too, so he's going to get in there, gets checked, not able to clean up Buzz. Heads up play from SIUE to hold on to this point, and Butler kind of whiffing on the streaks. Now you can win off this if you're SIUE. You just got to clean up Plasma and hop back on this. Another streak from Butler, and they're going to get onto this point.
Yeah, and you see how they were trying to focus up to get these spawns where they want them. You got to have these players come through the choke point. It makes it so difficult as you only have one avenue to the hill. Right now, just pay attention to that. D-Day trying to hold down the crossfire. Couple shots are good, like you say. This is almost winning time for Red. They're going to want to get every last second of this hill. Butler in a tough spot right now, but we are going to see another rotation, so it's not over just yet. D-Day finding the streaks. So big there, looking over his teammates. He's going to call him in right off the rip. No reason to wait. We got another long run here for Butler.
7 seconds, they're here. 2 players to go out. D-Day just waiting for them to pull into his gunfire. Nobody can touch for Butler. An easy win at the end there for SIUE. Southern Illinois University of Edwardsville open up this series with the first map win, and this power ranking squad not dropping to Butler just yet. A big hardpoint win for the red team.
Yeah, really good showing for Butler to keep it so close. I mean, there was some moments where it felt like it was getting away from them. They had some big hills to bring it on back, a couple money hills. Vortex really had a great game. It felt like not only slaying, but map knowledge was obviously evident. So, I mean, I think, okay, and sure, that's got to hurt, but I still think you have to be pretty happy with the way you played. Definitely have to feel good going into the next set of maps. For SIUE Red, though, really just barely, I felt like, had the upper hand.
Just barely, but now you're moving into Checkmate Search and Destroy, and on paper, they definitely look like the better squad. I mean, they have an 84% win rate to Butler's 68% win rate on Search and Destroy, and even if you look at Checkmate Search and Destroy, they're 1-1, so that's not the worst situation to be in if you're a Butler fan. But when you're looking at Butler, they're what, 3-1, so they have a little bit more experience on this Checkmate map. That's what's going for you in this video. And if you're Butler University, you get rid of maybe SIUE's better maps and you take them to Checkmate where they're kind of iffy on it. They still have a victory on it, but that one loss is going to be key in this. Butler looking to make them 1-2 on Checkmate here.
Yeah, and talked about how it was pretty huge for Butler there to pick up map 1. They aren't able to do it, so now all of a sudden it becomes even more important to find map 2. If you let SIUE get this 2-0 lead, it's really going to be hard to come back from. Checkmate Search and Destroy is where we go next. I mean, we saw the awareness, the map knowledge, and the IQ plays from some of these Butler players. So you have to think in Search and Destroy, they should be well suited. Hardpoint is their best mode. They let one slide. SIUE have been really solid in Search and Destroy, so it's not going to be easy for the Bulldogs. Again, we talk about how it gets to these late stages in the season and everything. All the stops have to get pulled out. See if they have any tricks up their sleeves. Maybe one play they can make on offense that is a surefire win. But as we know, with Checkmate and a lot of these maps right now, there's just not a whole lot of versatility in terms of bomb sites. probably going to have to be pushing through the top of the plane.
One setup on defense that I want to see, a player like maybe Eddie from Sheridan, trying to get that aggressive angle onto the crates, get in that back line, just be that flanker that you're looking for. Butler, I mean, a player to look out for on that. Who are you really looking at to kind of pop off for this search and destroy?
I think it has to be Vortex. Again, I
Okay,
realize
okay.
that a lot of times it might not show up on the stat sheet when players are influencing spawns and hardpoint and putting their teams in good positions, but that's exactly what he was doing. Like, you might think, oh, let me just flood the hill and try to get some kills. No, no, no. He was going to play the kills off spawn, trying to flip it for his team, those kind of plays. So I think that has to carry over into the search and destroy. Anytime you're a high IQ player, search and destroy is your opportunity to make that count. So we'll see if Vortex can make what you're talking about, a big high risk, high reward play, maybe get in from behind on a flank. You're absolutely right. That can be crucial. Sometimes on defense, you might think you want to sit back, but it can also be a big opportunity to catch the other team off guard. Jumping right into things here. We always talk about it too, though. You got to highlight it. Winning offense, going to be so crucial. It's going to be SIUE Red up first.
Sometimes you just want to be a little bit more proactive than reactive in some
Yep.
rounds to just keep these teams on their toes. Immediately, a B hit from the side of SIUE. Two players here, D-Day and Mythic. Two very big players as well from that hard point with the SFGs. Vortex going to be meeting him here at the end of that narrow hallway. So Vortex come out, drop this bomb. That'd be a good start to this. Take a look at Butler University. You got number 7 watching the cross. Siren going to see Mythic. Vortex the first one there. The crossfire not going to be putting any damage in just yet. In a tough positions, Mythic, he has to stay alive.
Some shots back and forth. Nobody can lose their life just yet, but Buzz is pushing on up. He's finding the kill on the back end. Shots coming through for Vortex. Really good job to play his life here and cause a distraction. Everybody on his team is going to take advantage of it. They get the bomb down, but how about Sir Aaron from the back end? He finds 2. All of a sudden, 2v2 situation, all up to Plasma now in a 1v2.
Sir Aaron doing the job. Can't get that 3-piece. A 1-on-1. Plasmid is running for the hills. And Plasma versus Plasmid. Quite the tongue twister for this, but we'll see who is the better in the sense. Plasma just going all the way around once again. He's got that dragon skin, Cam. He's looking to fly. He's looking to take his team and soar. It's 14 seconds left. The time is ticking. Plasmid with the perfect rotation here. Plasma's going to hop the defuse. Now Plasmid just has to check it. Amazing play from SIUE Red's Plasmid. As he plays the time, just waits it out. The internal clock ticking. And he makes the right play to win the round.
I mean, so often these 1v1s when the bomb goes down at B on checkmate, it's just ring around the rosy trying to find that player, that cat and mouse game. And that time, the team who got the bomb down, able to play the time perfectly. No reason to check it until the very end. And it's also one of those moments where I know it's easier for us on the desk where we can see through walls and everything like that. You rarely see players jump on for a defuse when there's like 20, 22 seconds. Those are the times you got to do it. When it starts to get down to 10 at that point, you got to realize there's just no chance. Tough. It's easier said than done, but big win on offense for SIUE Red to start. Now they go back on D.
Well, Sir Aaron with the bomb for Butler. Just outside of the B zone. Hasn't crossed just yet. Mythic will see this rotation. Vortex alongside him. SK outside the map. Both assault rifles outside the map. And if Mythic can get caught here, Plasma might get that opening. Mythic has to be careful. You just see a gunfight in the middle of the map. Nobody dropping just yet. Vortex rotates out. Sir Aaron's all alone, quiet on the hill. Nobody making the first move. This is surprising. The patience down to 40 seconds, Cam. You need to see an opening soon, and this is really going to tell the tale. Every life is going to count. I mean, if this bomb drops, it's going to be terrible.
Really getting into the latter stages and nobody falling for either team right now. Mythic's going to be in a big spot to hold down the push into the plane as his teammate finds the first blood. Trade's coming through. D-Day's able to pick it up. All of a sudden, action starting to ensue. These two players for Butler are going to try to play buddy system and push around the side, but SIUE are ready for it. Really big stuff. Not to get too antsy on defense. Sure, it's getting into those latter stages. Nobody's died yet, but stay patient. Let the fight come to you. It's exactly what they do. It pays off. They go up 2-0.
I mean, that's just too slow from the outside players, SK and Plasma. They need to take some more space for their team to push into that plane. Mythic was so comfy on that wing. Sir Aaron couldn't cross. He would have died immediately. So I need to look at Butler back on that attack to just kind of push those lanes a little bit faster. SIUE Red looking stand out on the search and destroy. I mean, textbook plays so far. They're not really biting too much off of this Butler University squad, and they're really playing patient in that sense to value their lives.
And you talk about how Search and Destroy wins championships. You got to play it twice. Maybe a lot of teams aren't ready for it, but SIUE Red obviously are. It's really crucial to have your Search and Destroy clicking as you get to the latter parts of the season. Right now, starting to run away with it. If they can get this next offense, it really would look like a runaway train. As again, we have a very, very slow start to the round. Stalemates on both sides. Nobody wants to be the first one to go down. Buzz is going to get information with the nade. He pushes on up. Can his teammate help out? Big stuff at SK as Buzz tried to push up.
Sir Aaron's sweating a bit, Cam. Mythic is going to look to drop this bomb. A free plant on B. Playing those post plants down the hallway. Mythic gets out with his life now. 4v3, and you got to get this retake. 38 seconds and ticking, not in the favor of Butler University. SK on the wing. Looking to make that play, but he doesn't check behind him. Plasmid with that cross angle, going to be watching the cross into the plane and takes that player out to even up this match. 24 seconds now. It's all going to come down to this time. Sir Aaron did a good job of pushing the lane, gets in behind, now working this pinch. D-Day, he's going to be ready for it. A trade on the other side, a one-on-one now, as D-Day versus Plasma is going to go the way of the D-Day, and that is an amazing round for SIUE. They take that 3-0 lead.
Wow, it really felt like when the Bulldogs are grabbing some kills that they might be in a good position. It was a good play for Sir Aaron to know that he had to get Plasmid first, because with that Krig, he was going to watch the bomb from the side lane. You start to find some kills for Butler, but SIUE able to hold strong and pick it up. Even though they were down 4-3, you get the bomb down. You really can play those tight corners in the plane. It puts the Bulldogs in a tough spot. Now all of a sudden, up 3-0, go back on defense. We're really in a good spot to make this 4-0. Starting to look scary for Butler. This feels like a must-win.
Oh, and they're going to take the bomb to the wing. Pushing immediately down the hall. Big route for Sir Aaron. He even opens up with first blood with that bomb in hand, but Buzz has found a route of his own. He gets him behind, and he takes that equalizing kill onto Vortex, a player that you said was going to be key into the Search and Destroy. 1-4, not having the best turn. Buzz still working these routes, and he finds another one. Plasma going to go down now to his hand. Evened up by SK. 2 versus 2. Sir Aaron with the bomb in hand, looking to make something happen.
Yeah, not so good for my guy Vortex right now. 1-4 to start. Definitely going to need him to heat up if Butler want to come back into this one, but this is a big opportunity to win an offense. Low life situation. How do you play it? SK trying to climb up. Mythic's going to throw some shots down. He has to back down. His teammate pushing up. This isn't very good teamwork, and Sir Aaron's going to fall. Maybe just a little miscommunication. They see that the bomb is down. This has to feel like a win for SIUE Red. SK tries to move up. They're ready for it. Really just another great round from SIUE. And if you're Butler, just maybe a lack of communication there where they're on different pages. One player pushing up, the other one trying to regen his health. Buzz on the back end here was huge. Didn't overextend when he gets that kill. He's smart, backs on up, knows that he's on defense, let his teammates play out with the life advantage. Works out for him. And this is a runaway train right now for SIUE.
T-Day is on a 5 spree right now, 5-1. Only dropping that first round. Butler not looking the sharpest right now in Search and Destroy, and it just shows the veteran ability in this game too from Southern Illinois University of Edwardsville. Buzz getting aggressive, trying to fight a little bit off that front line. Not too much, and he's going to force him right into Plasmid. He's going to push this angle. Now Sir Aaron not ready for it. Buzz going to find that second, a big opening towards A, and the bomb yet to decide whether they're going to A or B. Hops up on this wing. It does look like B is going to be where they're dropping it.
So much confidence right now for Red. Pushing over by the A lane. You don't see that often. Finding 2 kills. One left is going to be SK. This one's pretty much over with. Put a bow on it. Although, SK says, hold on. He finds 1 kill. But no, SIUE going to go up 5-0. They have been flawless in this Search and Destroy. The play calls are there. You can really see how they're playing as a team. Everybody on the same page. Plasmid finds his first kill. It gives Buzz, his submachine gun player, an opportunity to push up. He finds the second. Just great teamwork, really. And if you're a Butler, I mean, it doesn't seem like a full sale is in the cards.
Does not look like a full sale is in the cards at all. Looks like the sales are quite deceased at the moment. Flaccid. Flat. As we come out here looking for that reverse sweep and surge. Butler University really has to make some magic. Buzz looking to kill it out. They know where he is. We're still coming out with a win. How is SK going to drop that? And no trade either. They walk right past him. Plasmid's got his back. Now it's up to Vortex and Plasma. Make it Plasma for the 1v4. They know where he is. They're hunting. Full confidence in the sales. As you're talking about a full sale, well, SIUE is full of wind right now.
Straight. It's over with. They said that first hard point was close, but it was just a fluke or something. But I mean, really, I mean, you slow things down and search and destroy. There are certain teams who just have the extra IQ. They have the teamwork that you need. And I think for Red, that's going to be a great sign. I really like the point you made earlier tonight where as we get to the end of the season, search and destroy is really what teams want to be banking on. I mean, you know that if it goes to game 5, you're going to have to win search and destroy. Great showing out of Red. Have to feel good about that one. You don't even give up a round. And all of a sudden for Butler, it's like, what are we doing here? We're going into map 3. We don't have any momentum. Gotta hit a reset button, I guess, if you're the Bulldogs. Going to checkmate control. We'll be back at the plane. Who knows, though? Anything can happen.
There were 2 one-on-ones too in that search and destroy that just went the way of SIUE Red. So Butler University definitely not feeling good about those rounds either. Could have changed the difference in that checkmate search and destroy, but nonetheless, gonna drop it. 2-0 lead for SIUE Red. Checkmate control is going to be where Butler University has to start the reverse sweep in this series. Before that, quick commercial break for the CCL. We'll be back with this game number 3 checkmate. And we are back with the CCL Alpha Stream. Butler Esports looking for that reverse sweep. Better get your brooms out if you're a Butler fan. But on the opposite side, SIUE Red primed and ready to fire away for that 3-0, Cam. What do we need to see in this checkmate control to turn it around?
Oh, I think that's exactly it for Butler, a turnaround, because it did not go well in that search and destroy. The momentum is so heavily in favor of Red. You're coming off a 6-0. Yeah, you had a little more success in the respawn, but again, I think this is a situation like we've talked about on a couple occasions tonight. Control is similar, more similar to me to search and destroy, even though it's a respawn game mode. It's so much more manageable and controllable. You really have to have the team play in check, your communication, your decision making. All of that I feel like is in favor of SIUE right now. So it doesn't look good for the Bulldogs.
Hold on, I'm gonna put my hand up like I'm in.
I'm sorry. Calling
like,
on
I got
Timur,
something to say. SIUE Red is 5-0 on checkmate control.
Yeah.
Butler is 1-2 on checkmate control. So SIUE Red, everything is saying that they're gonna pull this 3-0 out. Butler University, what do you have? Make this interesting. Show me you have what it takes. And some key players are gonna be their assault rifles, like you say, like we're ready for it. As we know in checkmate, those assault rifles are just so key to it. It just allows your submachine gun players to take some real estate, get in that backline, be a nuisance. Checkmate control is tough. Attacking rounds are really what swings this game, and they're hard to get in the start of it. I mean, we just saw Sheridan 3-0 on checkmate, and they just kind of like walked away with that attacking round on both terms, the attacking round. So we're seeing if Butler University, if they can pull away with an attacking round, I think they can take this series, but that one attacking round is going to be so troubling.
Yeah, and I think it's the way we see a lot of teams have success that Butler's going to need to do. It has to come brick by brick. It can't just be, oh, we're picking up trades. It has to be your whole team making the move together. Everybody has to be on the same page, because once you get that sweep, that's your big opportunity to move up on the map, grab some control, and get onto the points. Have to be paying attention to that for the Bulldogs. What is the coordination looking like? It can't just be individual stuff. Right now, the coordination is in favor of the other team. So what changes can you make in this intermission? How are you hitting the reset button? That's going to be the big question as we go into it here. We'll see what they're made of. Can they complete a reverse sweep? It all has to start right here.
Right here, right now. Everything's on the line right now for Butler in this series. You got to look past those last 2 maps. You got to forget about that 6-0. It's a different ballpark, a different game. You've had time to regain between breaks. And now you're looking to shine like a star on checkmate and fly away in one of these planes, maybe. SIUE Red, they're starting out on defense. Butler looking to open up with an attack.
Yeah, and I think that's Air Force One. So not just any plane. I mean, that's the plane. I can't imagine being. Yeah, that's the one big guy rides in. As we start things off, trades at the top of the plane, trying to get this power position for either team. Mythic sliding in, the gun punch, no good. Almost had it there, but Sir Aaron will be the one holding down the power position for his team so far. Not really much of an effort to either point right now for the offense, but you got to get some map control first. See which team can maintain it right now.
And even though you trade that out, I mean, Butler had nothing going for them after those trades to touch these points, like you say. So you're just stalled out in this plane even longer. SIUE Red's ready to check right back into this plane and take those kills. They wipe them. And now it's the go-ahead to kind of walk into these spawn trap positions. Buzz gets caught out. He drops on back into Sir Aaron. And they're starting to get some progression at A here with 40 seconds stopped on the clock.
Yeah, that's the point of focus right now. You see 3 players over there for Butler trying to make something happen. Another kill from Sir Aaron is going to be huge as he's pushed up to this location. Plasma, I don't know if your controller's dead, but get on the point maybe to help him stack it. Oh, okay, I see. He says, no, I'm watching over his shoulder. But still, it almost feels like 2 players might, yeah, you see the progress go a little bit faster. The second tick trying to come through here for the Bulldogs so they can extend this round, and it's just giving more time for SIUE to start to converge on the location. Mythic finding 2. Last player on the point is Aaron, and he's not able to get the third. So still, signs of life here for Butler.
Ooh.
But a big play from Red here at D-Day. He's cleaning things up.
Cleaning things up indeed. He's going to stop this head progression. Tries to clean out SK some beautiful shots from his assault rifle. So they're looking to clean up this A site, chalk it, and move to B. Playing control to Sir Aaron. Buzz is the only one looking to contest him, but he is not worried about the middle of this plane. His teammate SK is going to clean it up. They capture a minute 20 on the site, and they're actually up in lives as well.
Yeah, this is looking really, really good for Butler. You get A done with. Still, the real task is getting to B and getting this capture. It's not easy, so I think exactly what they're doing is going to be key. Start to play some more kills. You have time to work with. You don't have to necessarily focus on the point right now, but really good map control for Red. You got D-Day up top finding kills. Mythic's holding down the middle of the plane. Not really much room for Butler to move up on this map as they come off spawn. Plasma with 2 huge ones, but you still have to worry about D-Day up top.
Definitely have to worry about him, and not anymore as SK finds him. SIUE Red down to 8, has 1 life for each player in their pocket. What a shot from Buzz. Looks for another one. Vortex cleans him up. And as Butler, you know, it's the time's ticking down. You got 35 seconds left. You have to stop this clock soon because these lives might... Look, SIUE's Red's not giving them anything, so they have to stop the clock here. Plasmid with a big kill down onto Vortex. Sir Aaron hops onto this point, and now that's going to force SIUE Red to take some gunfights, and the gunfights are in their favor so far.
Yeah, this is the moment where you don't necessarily need to stack. Like you said, just extend the clock, hold down the sight lines for your teammates to stay on the hill. It's not going to happen as 3 in favor of Red. Plasmin getting through the left side. He's going to be shooting some players off spawn to at least slow down the push. It's going to go to 5v5, but can Butler get to the point to extend this round? That's going to be the big question.
Buzz in behind here. They walk right past him. Some good timing for Buzz. You do get on the point if you're Vortex, but now no lives remaining for the side of Butler. Everybody's firing away on SIUE Red. They drop minimal lives at the end of it, and they climb on back to win round 1 on defense. That was shaky at first, but SIUE Red, they stay composed. They call it back, and they regain to win this defense.
Yeah, that's a big swing. It felt like Butler was going to take that round. You get the life advantage. You get A pretty early on. That's one you kind of let slide. And I think you're right, Seymour. It's just a matter of maybe getting on the point a little bit earlier just to cause some confusion at least, or cause some problems for the other team. Force them to get onto it and try to get the kills. It's not really what Butler does. They kind of waste some time there. And that's got to be one that they want back. Unfortunately for them, SIUE take it from behind. And now they're about to run away with this one. It feels like for Butler, this is a must-win defense, obviously. It's the easier of the 2 sides. We'll see what they got.
Sir Aaron contesting this plane, sees the trophy go down. A big flood from D-Day and the backup from Plasmid. They clean up this plane, a full 3 wipe. Now Butler wiped off this site. Real estate for SIUE Red. Plasmid getting some time on the A site. They're going to stop this clock early. And D-Day might even look to overextend and push this lane, but in fact, he is going to just stack this and look to get as much progression as they can.
Yeah, this is looking really, really good for Red right now. A couple players stacking the point, a couple players looking over the top. Somebody has to make something happen. It could be Vortex to the top of the plane as he finds the first on the Mythic. Just a little bit left on the progress. They're going to grab A. Kills coming through as well. Big opportunity here for Red to keep up on this map control. They're going to push on up. D-Day trying to hold things down. Shots from behind from Aaron. Teammate there to trade. This is going to be an opportunity to start to get to B. So you got players coming off spawn for Butler.
Already capping that at A site and holding a 5 life advantage as well this early. Butler University looking to stabilize here, but having trouble early as these trades are going to allow D-Day to hop onto this point. 10 and 7. Working on this first tick. You see the drop from Vortex cleans him off of it. And now that follow through as well from Butler, going to keep him away from him. Sir Aaron's firing up too. So everybody on Butler trying to keep this in their hands, not letting the spaghetti drop just yet. Their pasta is nice and warm.
Now you got me even more hungry than I already was. defense trying to stay alive for Butler. The lives starting to dwindle. You got Red chipping away at it here. Is finally Buzz going to get onto the time? But I mean, you really don't have to. You still have 1 minute and 20 seconds to work with. I think if you're Butler right now, this is a pretty good showing, though. This is what you want to do. Try to keep yourselves in this one as Plasma finds kills by the point. Plasmid on the other side of things is finding kills off spawn. So they're kind of trading blows here. It's really going to come down to Butler at one big moment. They have to make a big play and keep this defense alive.
That's a good start from Sir Aaron. And he's even going to push these crates. D-Day spots it. Nade check. Too far away. Still no progression at B for SIUE. Red, 2 life advantage. Starting to dwindle from what they had earlier. They know Sir Aaron's in the back, and look how disconnected they are trying to just capture that last player in the back. Sir Aaron just being enough of a distraction for his teammates to come right back into it. Plasmid, the farthest player up, but he gets flanked. Butler stabilizing. They have the life advantage now.
Yeah, Southern Illinois felt like kind of took a step back there, and it gave an opportunity to Butler to move up on the map and get in these powerful positions. They're finding all the kills now. They're flipping this round on its head. Only 5 left here for Red. D-Day, sure, you're finding one. Maybe that's the chance to get out of spawn, but it's just been really, really good showing here for the Bulldogs in the last couple seconds.
Ooh, Plasma's heating up as well, 12-9. 10 seconds left. D-Day with a big win. They have to stop the clock. 4 lives remaining on both sides, technically, and they get a nice big 3-piece. And they're going to take this. They're going to stack this point. 1 tick to SIUE Red now. It's go time for Butler. This is where they have to. They're about to flop on this point. They're looking to capture all 3 from the front line. Nice little swing from D-Day. They're going to capture this. Last player up, keeping them in this hero plays from both sides. Butler almost dropped that. Oh my lord. I thought they had the capture. I thought it crossed through, but Vortex came up huge.
Holy moly. My jaw is on the floor. It felt like SIU had it there. They needed a hair more on the progress, and Butler, the very last moment, able to come in and save themselves in that defense. We talked about it. The lives were heavily in favor of Southern Illinois in that round. Butler able to turn it back. Really, really big stuff, clawing their way back into this game. They tied up at 1 apiece. They're not done just yet. They're not ready to go home. They're not ready to go to bed. Sure, it's getting late on the Alpha stream, but they want this game to go on.
Draws on the floor. Are you sure it's not because of the pasta remark? It's just a little bit hungry out here.
Yeah, that could be it too.
It is getting late, but both of these teams scraping the bottom of the barrel for these defense wins. Just one right move for either team, and attack would be in their favor. SIUE Red losing out on this A site, some progression right away. D-Day is going to be looking to clear it. Stunned up, but gets the fight beforehand. Finally cleaned up as well, so they're just going to walk right back onto this point. Sarah Aaron's going to capture that first tick of progression. And now some good time for BU Esports. Some good progress at A.
Yeah, Plasma with a huge kill there, watching the back of his teammate as they continue to grab this time. I talked about how maybe I would have liked him to stack it, but obviously they know something I don't. Plasma just watching over his teammate on A. It's been good enough for them to grab 2 ticks of progression now. Finally, the defense able to clean things up. Back to square one if you're Butler. Still, though, a good start to get some progress at A. Now you got to make a decision. Do we want to switch things up and go to B, keep them guessing, keep them on their toes? Or do we go back to A and try to finish things off?
Plasmid walks forward, takes this kill. So they haven't capped A yet for Butler. Still 1 tick needed. Mythic being quiet as a mouse to get into this back line. He might be a key player to stop this attack to B if they do drop on down, but Buzz clearing out this plane. SIUE Red just slaying over this Butler squad. Their defense looking impenetrable. Aside from that start from Butler to the A site, Buzz gets in the back line. He's going to be good for 1 wipe. Now SK keeping Sir Aaron on this point. Losing out on that A progression is SIUE Red. Butler University looking to keep themselves alive. Sir Aaron making some noise. Doesn't get that first pick, but SK helping them out. The trades for Butler. They keep this time in their favor. Now D-Day, the only one looking to stop this. The nade looking to clear Plasma. Not able to do so. And they capture that A site.
Wow. That was a huge nade if it would have come through. And it feels like for Southern Illinois, they're doing a better job at managing these power positions. They've had control of top lane so far, but really just cheeky stuff for Butler to get that point over at A. They extend the round. You got some more time to work with, but I think that's going to be the key. Can you get control of the top of the plane right now? Because everything's happened on the ground level. Buzz from up top, continuing where he's been. His shots are good. Sir Aaron coming off spawn is going to fall to D-Day. that's a big swing there for Southern Illinois, and it's really Vortex right now is the only one trying to make a flank happen.
Ooh.
Everybody else off spawn.
Plasmid, wrong timing. Vortex gets the beautiful God timing he needed. A flurry of kills is going to open up this B-side Mythic. Ooh, he's going to be quiet. Watch for him to stop this attack. Drops down to this plane. 2 players right in front of him. SK goes down. Nice switch. Big transfer from himself. Now 4 lives for SIUE remaining. This attack might just be doable for Butler. Plasma looking to do some more damage. Bad timing. Just stay alive back here. He's being hunted down. Buzz cleans him up. 24 seconds. Nobody touching onto this point. D-Day doing a good job. Now the lives are at absolute even. Big nade from him as well. Now Butler might just be throwing this away. SIUE Red walk right back into this position, and every single round so far has been down to the wire when it comes to both lives and time. And I think that Butler are just giving this one up. They don't want to drop any more lives.
Yeah, that's probably the right move. And I mean, we can go back to it. If it's Plasma there who's pushed up in front of Wood, he takes off a little bit more than he can chew, tries to climb into Wood. Like you said, they hunt him down and get that kill. It feels like if he just plays his life, kind of hangs out below the window, lets those players run out right in front of him, could have been huge for Butler. It was really around that it looked like they had to win. 6-4 was the advantage in the lives. But right out from under their nose come Red. They win it anyway. Big plays from D-Day in the top of the plane to get that stick, to find that 2-piece. That kind of swung it back, but it felt like for Plasma there, just a little too aggressive with the overextension. Probably could have hung back near P5 to play that cross. Maybe one that he'll want back in the future. Either way for Butler, it's done. It's in the past now.
Wall. Or even jump half wall. Like,
Right,
I don't like the call to move through the middle of the map. Actually could have won the round for Butler if he went an opposite way or even just stood his ground. Now, SIUE Red looking on attack to close this one out. Both teams with considerable success on attack, but just not enough to follow through. Playing control to Mythic. He did get a team kill, but it doesn't matter because he is still slaying out.
Yeah, there's been some crazy defensive wins, you're right. We saw how Butler in the end of that round opted to just kind of hang back to play the lives in case it goes to round 5, so we'll see if that pays off for him. Vortex trying to push through the top of the plane. In the power position, he finds a kill. Plasmid is going to be trying to make this a 2-piece as he realizes players pushing over towards A to try to play defense. He's got to watch over his teammate Buzz here, who's trying to get this first tick of progress. He's going to be able to do it. Mythic here in support on the stack. But how about the defensive push coming through? 3 players flooding on in. Mythic finds 1. Mythic finds 2, but Plasma able to trade it off with 2 of his own. Good defense there. Not going to let that second tick come through.
And aside from that one misplay from Plasma, he is standing out for Butler. I mean, he's definitely 12, 25, and 18 having a great game. SIUE Red, though, just staying composed in the later ends of these rounds where they need to. They do clean out that player Vortex in their spawn. And they're looking for even more. Plasma shuts it down. Vortex with a nice double kill. 26 seconds left. Might just be looking at a round 5 right now.
Right, this is one where you have to close the door if you're Butler. So many times in this game, it felt like they've had the opportunity in a round to win, but then all of a sudden, Southern Illinois come back in it. This is huge from Plasma, continuing on his spree. He's up to 4, finally going to go down. Doesn't feel like there's a lot of time to work with, but you got to get onto one of these points to extend the time. Huge kill for Mythic. He's going to fall to SK. 5 seconds left. Got to get onto something. They are going to get to A. Can Butler get these final kills?
Plasmid watching it. What a play from himself. Now looking to make the dream happen, but not able to do so. The time is going to tick, and we are, in fact, going to see a round 5 here. But it all comes down to those kills. You know, I mean, it's going to be crazy here. See who gets this defensive round, because defense has just been the name of the game so far.
Yeah, we saw Butler hiding back to make sure they can have a better chance for it. I think they have the advantage. It's so difficult to tell oftentimes, but we'll be able to find out in just a little bit. Defense, although maybe that's the favorable side. I mean, we've seen offenses with huge opportunities to win rounds. It's really felt like the offense has had a chance. As we get to see it here, it will be Butler on defense. So we'll see if that favors them. Like I say, offense has had opportunities just as much.
Sir Aaron setting up here. Butler University looking to go big here. He's 16 and 30, double negative. Mythic and D-Day, 2 players that are just tough to go up against in this plane. They're going to nade him out. He's going to push on forward. They know he's here. Now time to clean him up, so they do. Plane control to SIUE Red. Progress at A. Plasmid's clearing him out. This is a good time right away for SIUE Red.
Yeah, you got offense in round 5, but they are not backing down from the challenge. Big stuff over at A. That stick may be a little fortunate, but definitely going to take it if you're Plasmid. Mythic's pushing up into the spawns. He's got a teammate in Buzz there for support. Huge stuff from Red as they completely take over the map. Now they're pushed way up. And if you're Butler, got to be slow about this. Got to think about making your break here. Huge kill there from Sir Aaron. Still got players pushed up, though. Got to get out of your spawn. You got to do it together as the point continues to be captured today.
How often do you see the defenders being spawn trapped? Plasmid, he really wanted it, but he knew it's just back up, get that second tick. Just play the objective game early. I mean, SIUE Red, how many times have they thrown away these attacking rounds? Probably 2 now, as every single one's been down to the wire. A nice flurry of kills. They're going to be hunting for this next one. SK gets cleaned up. A is captured. Plasmid on a 5-spree before he gets cut down, and now immediate progression to B, but a big win from Plasma for a double kill to keep him off it.
Just feels like every time we get to a hinging point where one team is going to close the door, the other kicks it back open. Butler in a big spot, had to find some kills. That's what they're doing now, down in the lives, but keeping themselves in this one. It's not over just yet as Mythic tries to get in from behind. He's going to be caught up by SK. Streaks coming on through. Nobody going down to those artilleries just yet. And we get to one of those slow points in the round again.
Streaks are so difficult in this game. I mean, on checkmate, at least. I mean, they don't really have too much of an impact. It's more to just say that I streaked on you. And now SIUE, they wipe 3. They hop on this point to stop the clock. They know Plasma's pushed up, and Plasma's going to clear that one out. He's 35 and 28, having quite the game for himself. And the rest of SIUE Red just waiting for the opportunity to hop on. Mythic's going to do so, stops this time, but SK with the trades. And you look at this setup that Butler University are having. They're having trouble getting out of their zone, but they're just getting those one kill trades that keep SIUE off this point. And just one big wipe from Butler University might just be what they need to get a stabilization on defense.
Yeah, really could use one right now. A chance to maybe catch some breath as they fall down by a double amount of their lives. And this is just huge for SIUE. They're really starting to close the door here. Players on the point, players pushed up by the spawns. This looks like the end.
And they're going to cap that second point. That B site is going to be capped. Butler, no respawns. SIUE just go back to the basics. Very textbook attacking round from themselves, just showing that they have what it takes to 3-0 sweep the Butler University esports team. It was just a little bit interesting in those past rounds, Cam, and honestly, nothing to complain about really from SIUE Red in that last round of control.
Yeah, you mentioned the composure. Gets to round 5. You're on offense. It's probably not the favorable side to be on, but either way, you make it happen, and you do it in 3-0 fashion. Give Butler a lot of credit. I mean, they really fought back. After you lose 6-0 in the search and destroy, to force it to round 5 is really impressive stuff. But overall, Southern Illinois University of Edwardsville, it's a mouthful, but really, really great stuff out of them. Just the composure, like you said, in the end, it felt like.
Looking solid as well. A bunch of great series we saw tonight. I mean, that's the opening one as well. I mean, it did go to that map 5, map 4 expected a map 5, but shut down early. I mean, talk to me about the night though. Like, what did you like about the night here, Ben or Cam?
The vibes were just immaculate. Really, just like you
Oh,
said,
yeah.
too. The competition was on full display. Every team that played tonight, got to give them a lot of credit. They made it fun for us as casters on the desk. Obviously, got to shout out our boy Connie behind the scenes, making things easy on us as well. But really, like you said, Seymour, just some great, great matches tonight. Always so fun in the CCL. And I'm really, really looking forward to the playoffs when things start to matter more. You're already starting to see the competition level rising. It's only going to go up from here. The playoffs are going to be so, so fun.
You got to give a big shout too to the people behind the scenes that were giving some nice clowning entertainment, Zumba and methods.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely made tonight a little bit interesting on the side. So big shout out to them as well for giving us some love on the night. But honestly, quite the start that we did get. Georgia Southern University against the University of Alabama, where it was a 3-1 victory for Georgia Southern, keeping steady on that 5th place. Then we moved on against Sheridan College and Carleton University, where we did see the Battle of Canada go one way and one way only. And that was, in fact, Sheridan, as they just look so dominant at number 3 spot in the power rankings. We moved on to a little bit of a lenient, more relaxed game for SIUE Red against Butler University Esports, where Butler, I mean, they were in it from time to time. It's just it looked like SIUE Red are just quite the squad when it does come to this game of Call of Duty. And shutting down Butler University, showing that SIUE Red does deserve a place on that power rankings, and they deserve to be a little bit higher. Maybe looking at it, they were pretty solid tonight. Got to see a little bit out of them. Get to see their gameplay, especially in some of those control rounds. Seemed that they really threw away the bag in some of those attacks. But Cam, before we throw it away, anything else to say about these teams?
Just like I said, it really, you can see how everybody's ramping up as we get to the end of the season. It's making it a lot of fun to watch. Southern Illinois, like you said, maybe vouching for a little bit of a movement up in the standings with the big 3-0 win over Butler. Got to give them credit. Like I say, they really competed in the match. Although the search and destroy didn't go your way, the respawns were pretty close. It just overall another great night and a great week in college COD action. Looking forward for more to come.
A fantastic week. And if you're looking at more college COD, well, we will be back next Monday. And a week from now, we will be bringing some heat, as coming up is the last week before playoffs. So things are starting to heat up. Things are starting to get spicy. And Call of Duty could never be more important for the CCL right now. Every match counts from here on out. And I can't wait to see you all there Monday night. Be there for some more CCL. For now, it's Seymour and Cam signing off.